Hey, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we're on AIU Resurrection, and got a little plan here, a little plan of attack. Just three videos. I'm going to bounce back in between them, and let's get this going here. I am in Rio de Janeiro. I am in a hot room. I turned the air conditioning off because it's one of the loudest air conditioners in the history of time. And I actually had to unplug the fridge, which is also incredibly loud. So not really that great if you're a YouTuber and you want to record shit. Um, Come to find out that a woman has made a video about me, and I'm trying to think, women making videos about me. A few have, but it's very rare. This is like a unicorn sighting. Thank you for your love. What's going on? So I think I'm just gonna dive in, see, and I look. Every time I go in, I go in with an open heart, an open mind. But I do know that this woman is a Vouch fan. So what that says about you is devastating. But let's take a peek. And then we got some new trailers, and that's 22 minutes of trailers, and they're new. And I do like to keep abreast of opportunities to say the word breast. So this is called AIU is Mad. Kim K, Kim Kardashian, wants to help the bleeps. 50 views. It's a lot of views. 3 likes, 6 dislikes, including myself, even though I haven't watched it yet. So let us judge her sexually. It looks like she's in an attic, which, if you spell out attic, it is ATTIC, which is a great joke you can use on your friends and family. And it's talking about breasts. So we have two mention of breasts in a short period of time. This looks like my sister's dog, whose name is Monty. I call him Montage, or what else we call him? Montgomery? No. Monty? Oh, the Count of Monte Cristo, right. Okay. So we have posters on the wall. Is that a picture of her dog? We got a sweater. We have no visible tattoos. We have a woman with a pronounced nose. I'm not saying it's big. I'm saying it's like kind of Gillian Anderson from X Files,
Cut it out, boy. Cut it out. Say hi.
heavily made up.
So,
She's talking
I was
dog
supposed to
voice.
work tonight, get like some fucking work done, but then
So I was supposed to work tonight, meaning translation. It sounded like schoolwork. Get something done. No one talks about their job as if you're getting something done at your job. So, is there music in the background? Was that in the room?
um I didn't.
No, she's done post production on this. Okay, it's a pronounced fang, and we have a little teeth camel toe there. All right.
I skipped because I got distracted. I thought Vosh was doing his like Destiny debate thing tonight. So I was like watching his channel and he was like watching a video of Destiny, like, and then Destiny pops on the stream. Oh my god, it was an epic meltdown. And
What do you mean meltdown? They're always in a state of melted downness. I mean, that's just normal for them. Whose side would you take? Listening to Destiny and Vouch talk to each other, it's like just put them in a vat and just kick it into the ocean. Who fucking cares? Spurgs.
then I was like, you know what? It's already pretty fucking late. I don't want to work.
Oh, the tight zoom in. Very Logan Paul. I think just a whole crop of internet people do that. Just random jump cut to a zoom in.
Wants to work? Who wants to
So she's mimicking
So anyway,
the style of the people that she watches.
atheism is unstoppable.
Oh, that could be an intro.
I like came across all right, let's say I come across those videos all the time because I go out of my way to fucking look up shit on YouTube to be triggered by.
So this is my not my target audience. I don't know what the hell. I mean, if you gave me 2 hours with this person, we'd make a baby. No, I would explain or argue or alter her position on any topic known to man, from religion to race to politics. Um, I mean, does anyone think if I put the sum total of my personal charm and persuasiveness onto someone, it's a difficult word. It's very difficult to resist me. I mean, honestly, in person, it really is if I cared enough to try. The point is, I don't try. If I change any minds or get a point across, it's by accident. It's just me expressing myself like I'm doing now.
Okay. And he is a good source of that.
Oh, so I enrage her. She hates to watch me, but she watches me because she enjoys the feeling. So she's the one disliking my video.
And he has 100 fucking thousand followers. Can you believe that?
Almost 110,000, and it should be like 500,000. But I am algorithmically fucked constantly.
Yo.
Trying to reduce my vocal fry. What was that? Saying, yo, God help me. So she felt guilty about her vocal patterns, and so she felt the need to write that. It's Helvetica, that font.
Anyway. So he did a video.
So is that like a Persian eye? Heavy eyebrow. Is that a new thing? It's very wax museum-y. It's very tranny style. Like, she's a pretty girl. Why not just go natural?
That's like blah blah blah. Kim Kardashian tries to get Bleep out of prison. Bleep is what he calls black people.
Is that a bad thing? It's a joke.
So anyway, I'm watching this video, getting triggered anyway, and I took the night off work, so I figured I may as well get triggered and like record it, you know.
Oh my God, we're witnessing the triggering. This is, I mean, potentially harmful. So let's see if we can get through it together, and let's see if she has any points. Be interesting.
Cause
I'm always willing to learn.
why not? Also, fun fact, I made a video on this very thing
Filters.
a couple years ago, like when it was going on. I don't know why he's making a video of it in 2020.
What is she referencing? The video was new. It was a now this video on my timeline.
It's like, oh no, Kim Kardashian's using her platform.
Oh, we're doing that one. Okay. Yeah, Kim Kardashian's been fucking around for a long time, but she does more than one case. She does a multitude of cases.
For good, what a bitch.
For good? Well, I don't buy the premise. Kim Kardashian's not working for good. Wait, she's white knighting Kim Kardashian right now?
Kim Kardashian is literally famous because she has a huge ass.
And
Is
for
it too
being a
big?
fucking
Yes,
TV star,
obviously.
you
It's
dumbass.
enormous.
She's a TV star? No, she got a show green lighted because of her big ass. She was fucked by a black guy because of her big ass. How far back do you want to go here? That Ray J guy or whoever fucked her and filmed it and then released that, and that's how she became popular. I mean, let's go a step further back. Her dad, Bob Kardashian. Why did he go out with her mom? Because her mom has a big ass. That's it. Guy was a successful lawyer. He didn't need this. He got some arm candy. She had a big ass. They had a big ass daughter, and this big ass is the central point to why she is a person we. By the way, I'm in Brazil right now. There's bigger asses than that within. I could spit and it would land on a bigger ass than that. I mean, it's crazy shit. I just got back from McDonald's in Rio, and it was filled with ass. It was ass everywhere. All right.
Enormous. It's not even shapely. It's
This is literally not Kim. It's a shitty porn deep fake. No, it's not. That's Kim.
not athletic.
Oh, you're right. Look at that big back tat.
Not even Kim
Abnormal.
Kardashian.
It belongs in a circus.
You belong
Why?
in a circus.
Let me just start with that. Why is Kim Kardashian this influential? What is the reasoning?
So she's just going to talk right over me. She doesn't even pause.
The reasoning is she's
Oh, there we go.
the fucking TV star.
She's a TV star? It's weird how she's not differentiating someone who does nothing. I mean, I get she has little side businesses, but she's famous for being famous. TV star? Alan Alda is a TV star. This is cock-a-poo-poo. You can't. A reality star is not a TV star.
She's a reality TV star. It
Oh,
is a
thank you.
phenomena that is very well established in our modern society.
Established? No, it doesn't. Does that mean it's good? Suicide is well established in modern society. It's not good. She's shit. How could you stick up for Kim fucking Kardashian? Well, it says a lot about who you are. That's your role model? Name one redeeming quality about Kim Kardashian. And then I'll counter with 1,000 aggravating realities about her.
She was a pioneer of that industry.
A pioneer of being real? A pioneer of what? Being an amateur porn star? A pioneer. She's a TV star and a pioneer. My God, the language. Hyperbolic?
And now it's a multi-billion-dollar fucking thing.
It's not multi-billion-dollar thing. And who cares? So what is that? That's a fallacy. It's a billionaire fallacy.
And you can debate the merits of that. You can debate.
Yes, I am. I debate them. I challenge them. And she's nothing to me. What am I supposed to be impressed by? Her fame? There's a ton of people who are famous. Jake Paul is famous. I actually like Jake Paul. But a lot of people hate him. But he's famous. So I guess he's doing something right. Jake Paul, he's a pioneer of being famous.
Debate the merits of glorifying the wealthy. You can debate the merits of like glorifying like her body type.
I could give a fuck that she's wealthy. Her body type. My God, girls are so classic. They're obsessed. She's like, ooh, I want to look like Kim. And so many people have been inspired to look exactly like her in terms of makeup and styling and, fashion, all that stupid shit. I want my ass to look, she looks like a circus freak. Her ass is too big. Okay? She's a pretty girl, but they're a dime a dozen. I see 100 girls prettier than Kim Kardashian walking around the streets. I mean, good God. What an empty life. What a small world you live in.
For the fuck ever. But I hate it when these guys play fucking dumb or they try to just like make it like sure big butt family that had sex tape.
Yeah, that's her. But what am I supposed to? Oh, you want me to talk about her latest makeup line, her perfume, all this bullshit that just gets churned out and fed to lemmings like you? She's a nothing. Do you think anyone respects her? What do you think she's trying to do now? She's trying to move past her stupid TV show and her stupid fashion lines. It's all rinse and repeat. It's mindless. She's trying to do something legitimate and she's failing miserably at it because she is a failure. She doesn't deserve any of this. What are her credentials? She's a goddamn nobody. God, pick a better person to look up to.
And bad, and I don't like it, and she fucks bleeps.
She fucks bleeps and I'm mad about that?
I don't know what anyone is doing following her. But let me steel man Kim
You're
Kardashian.
paying attention
the
to her
best
right now,
version
dude.
of her is
I'm paying attention. Yes, I am paying attention to the fact that it's ridiculous that people pay attention to her. I'm not ignorant to the fact that she is a famous person, and I actually have an issue with what she's trying to do by releasing guilty people from prison. So that's why I'm paying attention to her. I mean, I have an answer to that question. I'm talking about the people that are fans of her, unironically. My whole video is me explaining why I'm paying attention to her, why I am saying she's important in this context. I'm saying that because idiots like you look up to a woman like that and believe whatever she says. And you think she's doing good by letting guilty people out of prison. It's moronic. So someone has to stand up and explain this shit to you toddlers.
she's attractive, she has a quirky family, she's entertaining, she's, I don't know, it's a good hate watch, it's
Ding, ding,
fluff,
ding.
it's
Ding,
entertaining
ding,
to
ding.
observe, it's
Yep.
gossip, she's famous for being famous. I
Yeah.
just like to watch her.
The girl is into that? Yeah, she's famous. Oh, super famous. God, so this is her Harry Potter. So we're past there's a generation of people that grew up and they thought Harry Potter was the most amazing thing ever. People that came before Harry Potter don't even fucking get it. They don't understand. And it just means the world to them. This is a woman who grew up thinking Kim Kardashian is an icon, thinking she is our Princess Diana. This is a bizarro world. It's a world that needs to be flushed down a toilet with a bunch of dirty tampons. It's worthless. These people suck.
I don't know. Let's say that's what
exactly,
she is to you.
yes.
Let's say
No, milady. It's not good to be famous for being famous. It's empty. It's hollow. How is that lost on you?
to makeup.
What
and
the fuck
fashion,
else would it
whatever.
be?
Okay, good.
What you could be famous for doing something, for having a skill, having a talent, not being some half-ass cock tease. Way to go. Imagine where this woman is setting her sights in life. God, I wish I was famous. I wish guys wanted to fuck me. I could be like a half-ass amateur porno girl. Hooker. I'm a digital hooker. Look, do I look pretty? Give me likes, give me clicks. How's my Insta? Shit. I pity the fool.
It's a universe I don't delve into, whatever. Still, knowing that, what the hell is she doing venturing into politics?
It's called using your platform for good.
No, she's not using it for good. She has no ability. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She has no experience in this, no training, no education, no integrity. And she's a hypocrite. I mean, she exhibits no skepticism in the face of cases that are really abundantly clear as to who is guilty and who is not. I mean, do you think this woman knows anything, the first fucking thing about Rodney Reed? Not to mention Centoya Brown, or there's a whole list of them.
Something you would not be familiar with.
Huh?
Millions of dollars that she does, having 4 kids, being married to the celebrity. She has houses, she has cars, she has everything, but she wants more. She wants to make a difference. She wants to
actually do something. Now, she's doing it in a very predictably stupid way. So the joke that Kim Kardashian is an empty vessel. She is just a fuck doll who is ridiculously narcissistic and offers nothing of value to this universe. Aside from stupid, empty, hollow, narcissistic bitches like you look up to this woman because she embodies all of those traits that you somehow seek for yourself. So it's a statement about society, and it's a sad state of affairs that this is a woman that is uplifted and seen as a celebrity. She doesn't do anything.
flex her power because popularity is power. And she has proven that when she moves her weight around, things happen. And what has happened is she has decided to take on this crusade.
So she put her background music on top of my background music? I mean, it didn't dawn on you to kill your music if I have music on my video? You bitch.
Save the bleeps.
First off, just because reactionaries have only the
Reactionaries. So here's the paradigm. This is a word that she has picked up from Vaush, and for people in the far left, it's a bad word. It's a slur. You can't be a reactionary because you're reacting. Go look at the conversation between Destiny and Vaush. Was that reactionary? What does Vaush do? What did he do the other day? He watched a video of mine and reacted to it and was angry and was loud. And then he sent his fans to my video and gave me a strike for that video. Didn't deserve a strike. I've appealed it. Haven't heard back. So he's not a reactionary, though. He reacts to people who are reacting to people. And we're in, what is that, Inception? Reaction, Inception. And what are you doing right now? You are reacting to a video of mine. So is reacting a good thing or a bad thing? Or is it just an empty, stupid word that you came up with? You didn't even come up with it. Someone else did. But you're using it. You're parroting that word as if it means something. It doesn't mean a goddamn thing.
worst intentions in everything they fucking do doesn't mean that's how the rest of the world is.
Teach me how the world works.
I mean, sure, like most of it. And who knows? It's not probable that anyone has pure intentions.
She's apologizing for the crinkly sound. She doesn't care enough to fix it, but she's going to write and tell us about it. Is she that self-conscious? You have a channel with like 10 subs. No one gives a single fuck.
But fact is, Kim Kardashian has had a positive
Huh?
impact.
On what?
Like the way that the United States
What?
incarcerates people, especially.
Incarcerates people? What about the way? So this is a talking point that we're watching the watered down 50th generation of this stupid point. It was a stupid point from the originator, and now it's being. This is like what is that movie called? The Human Centipede. Yeah, it's a long daisy chain of human centipedes before we're getting this version of it.
Especially like people of color, is fucking disgusting.
Oh yeah. People of color are being incarcerated. So look at this mind. So this is an underdeveloped mind. This is a young person. Okay, she doesn't have a clue in the world as to what she's saying. You can see she's scrambling. She's sort of like, oh, I heard someone say something like this. Incarceration, people of color, yeah, it's disgusting. It's bad. Is it cruel for me, a thinking individual who's self-aware and who has a gift for pointing out the obvious, is it cruel for me to stop and point out that that statement means nothing? We incarcerate criminals. We have crimes. We consider these things to be crimes for a reason. Do you know that 40% of our prisoners are in jail for violent crimes? Violent crimes. They are harming human beings. Okay? Around 20% drug and the other is property crime. So what do you expect us to do? We incriminate them. No, we don't incriminate them. We incarcerate them because they committed crimes. I like this chicken or the egg thing. Why do you think it doesn't just spontaneously occur? We don't just incarcerate. No, first comes the chicken, which is them committing a crime. Then comes the egg. Maybe the other way around. But it's what a stupid point to die on. Why would you die on that hill? Like, okay, forget bleeps. Obviously, it's the talking about black people is the thing that she's uncomfortable with. There's no, I mean, that is why we are here. That's why they have vilified me. But eliminate that. Let's talk about Asian crime. Okay, well, here, Asians are in prison. Some of them are. Very small amount. Okay, why are they there? Well, they committed crimes. Okay, and there's evidence of that? Yep. We had trials. There's evidence. There was a victim. They committed crimes. We arrested them, put them in jail. Okay, so that we incarcerate them? No. We are punishing the criminals who committed the crimes. The problem is the crime, not the solution, not the punishment of the crime. I mean, how lost could you be to not pick that up? But no, add the racial element and the whole thing goes tits up.
We're a first world country.
How many countries have you been to? I was in Argentina a month ago. I'm in Brazil right now. I'm going to America in a couple of weeks. I'm going to Canada after that. I was in Switzerland, living in Switzerland for last year. In Germany, the better part of the last 10 years. I was living in Melbourne, Australia for a good 7-8 months. Just telling my boys I was visiting New Zealand. Where else have I been? I mean, I've lived in Budapest. I've lived in Spain. I've lived in England, obviously. Stockholm, Ireland, you name it. Where have you been? What do you know about the first world? What do you know about any of the worlds? What do you know about anything? You know about Kim Kardashian. What is occupying your mind with Kim Kardashian nonsense is what is supposed to be filled with actual facts about the world, experience, something of value, something of use. There's a reason I have 100,000 followers. That's the ad populum fallacy.
Like, supposedly, and this bullshit is fucking unacceptable.
The bullshit is unacceptable that we're incarcerating people of color. That's her premise. So do you want to go talk to the victims and be like, oh, we just let off that rapist, that murderer, that guy who robbed you, that guy who assaulted you, because it's bullshit. It's totally fucking bullshit that we incarcerated a person of color. Well, he did something wrong. So he's going bye-bye. He's going to jail. And this woman needs the Jack Nicholson speech. You can't handle the truth. They can't. And you have the balls, you're going to criticize the people that stand guard and hold this whole thing together? It's hanging together by duct tape. I don't know if you've noticed. I don't know where you live. I don't know what suburb you're in. What attic is that? Are you couch surfing? Is that your parents' house? You get out in the real world and you see that people are actually dying and there's harm being done. So it's not a joke.
So, yeah, I'm gonna support a fucking celebrity, no matter how frivolous she may seem, when she does stuff that positively impacts people's lives.
Whose life is being positively impacted by Kim Kardashian? I mean, she's talking in context to her getting dudes out of jail. That doesn't help the victims. Doesn't help anyone who has any care. I mean, if you care about justice at all, then this is an insult. She is doing damage.
Like, objectively.
She calls give them a second chance. This is what her father did.
Give them a second chance? Yeah. I like that idea. Give them a second chance. I don't care if they raped. Hey, are you against rape? Let's explain to this girl. Rodney Reed raped at least 6 women. Okay? He also murdered one of them. Should he get a second chance? I mean, technically it would be his 7th chance or 8th. Are you against rape? Is there how far back should we go before we agree on some basics?
Her father knew.
No!
I don't know if you're familiar with the OJ
totally
case. Her
different.
father was a.
It's different that her father got a guilty black man off and now she is getting guilty black men off. How is that different? She's inspired to be a lawyer because her dad's a lawyer. She talks about it in interviews. This is the most relevant point of all. What does she know about the OJ case? Does she know that I am currently sitting 5 rows back from OJ right there. Get on my level, bitch.
A good friend of OJ's. He was also a lawyer. He helped represent
He
OJ
was
in his
guilty,
defense.
and yeah, people
Bob
may be guilty
Kardashian
who went to
knew
prison,
Yeah.
that OJ
but yeah,
killed
they deserve
Nicole
a fucking
and Rob.
second chance.
He knew it.
What? What? Did you hear that? People who are guilty, they deserve to go to prison, but they also deserve a second chance? You think OJ deserved a second? What do you mean by second chance? What? How does this work? Imagine this woman as your defense lawyer. Your Honor, we have a hearing. We have a motion. Yeah, okay, what is it? It's a motion for a second chance. What are you basing that on? What kind of case law do you have to support this? Just second chances are good. And no, that's not how the law works. You are a child, and you have an infantile view of the legal system and crime and punishment. I hold you in contempt of court, and I sentence you to taking your tits out.
It didn't matter to him. He stayed loyal to his friend for whatever reason, and he helped set him free. So he got a black man off. And his daughter, all of his daughters, get black men off. They have a thing
Okay.
for black men.
Okay. Oh God, don't you have a little cheap shot there? Oh God, don't you bring her sisters into this?
I don't
Good
know if
one.
it's a perfect harmony with the big ass. I don't know what it is. It's their thing. Whatever. It's
Yo,
like
he's
their entire
jealous.
family.
I'm jealous. I am jealous of Kanye West. No, I am not jealous of these people. So that is a typical point that these scrubs go to a lot. If you talk about something, you're jealous of that thing. They say it all the time. It's actually like a really basic bitch move. So any attention that anyone gets, aha, I know why you're giving attention because you're jealous. So let's try to figure that out. I am jealous of Kanye, not because he has $100 million. I'm jealous. I'm consumed with jealousy because he's fucking this woman and I want to be fucking Kim Kardashian. In what world do you think that's true? Yeah, this mother of 3 who's like the most up her own ass narcissistic bitch with a whale of an ass. I want to be with her? No. Good Lord, please. What is she, almost 40? I have as much use for Kim Kardashian as I do with a 40-year-old woman. And I'll leave it there.
Is on a crusade to give vaginal reparations to the bleeps. So be it. So Kim
Yikes.
Kardashian
So she just said yikes in a really cringy and unfounded way because she heard the word reparations. So she has no idea why she said yikes. It was literally a knee jerk to hearing the word reparations. Now, I said vaginal reparations. It's a joke. It pleased many people. It pleases me right now. It's interesting to see the misfirings of a young brain. Like she knows she wants to say something there, but she doesn't even comprehend the joke or what I was saying. And so it's simply a Pavlovian dog like reaction to hearing the word reparations. And take a wild guess as to where she stands on reparations. And do you think she could defend it? She would go, I think reparations are good. Why? Because slavery is bad. Yeah, there you go.
started out
And by the way, she's voting in this election cycle. So whatever vote I do is canceled by her vote. Fun fact.
rather innocent with this crusade.
Yikesy.
I didn't look into it, now I have, but originally I saw pictures of her with a fat black woman, and I thought, okay,
And that was, again, a knee-jerk reaction to the word fat. So a fat black woman, and she's like, no.
what happened here? Oh, she was set free.
But again, she had nothing to say. You notice that? I'm noticing.
She was in prison for the wrong reasons. Yeah, she didn't deserve to be in prison.
She deserved a second chance.
All right, I'm doing this. It doesn't make the squeaky sound anymore. I'm going off the top of my head, but it's not that she was in prison for the wrong reason.
Okay, wait, I like playing a game. Let's predict. Where's she going with this? It's not that she was in prison for the wrong reason. It's that she's black and we should let her out? Or is she going to go to her second chance line? Or it's that drugs, maybe, oh yeah, drugs shouldn't be punishable by jail time, something like that.
Even though you could, technically say, well, never mind. I'm not even gonna get into like some like
How did you not edit this out?
real theory.
Like the ethics of putting human beings in cages in general. Wow, she's that far left. My God, this is sub-average. Cages, she used the word. So You want to rehabilitate this woman. You don't want punishment. You don't want jails. And you think that's a viable system? God. So if this girl, it's a nice nail polish color. If she were assaulted in any way, would she say the same thing about the person that assaulted her? Aren't these people, aren't they supposed to have empathy? It's misguided empathy is what it is. It's toxic empathy. It's weaponized empathy. Sometimes it's misfiring. It's going in the wrong direction. You're supposed to be empathetic towards victims, people that are actually harmed by criminals. But they're like, no. My empathy is going for the criminal. Let's set him free. All the criminals just walk out of jail.
Theoretical shit. But she was in prison for a serious drug crime. Yes.
Okay. And what is your argument for why she would be released?
But the debate is
She served 30 years? No, she didn't. There's no way she served 30 years. That's a lie. That woman, what was she, 62? Did I say? I think I mentioned it. Well, maybe she was, because blacks get started early. But I know she had a bankruptcy and a divorce and multiple children. I think 4 or 5 kids. But a 30-year-old woman could have 4 or 5 kids. But she was a drug lord and had a multi-million-dollar cocaine ring. So, I mean, I don't know what kind of case you're going to tell me that shouldn't be a crime.
isn't like, was that worth going to prison for? Like, whatever, you
What?
know? But it's about, does this fucking woman deserve to spend the rest of her fucking life in jail for selling drugs, which in and of
No, not just, it wasn't low-level selling drugs.
itself, the whole thing, like the whole war on drugs is a
So they're going to the war on drugs, and they'll usually hide behind the shield of pot. And she looks like a ferret or a weasel or badger. So, yeah, the war on drugs is bad. Therefore, so no distinction between coke and pot. I mean, she is harming people. By the way, cocaine, bad for you. Okay, I'm not down with the cocoa. Meanwhile, I'm watching Narcos, Mexico. Very good show on Netflix. You should check it out. Exact same top quality, top tier, bunch of good actors in there. Really enjoying it. And I'm midway through season 1. I think there's 2 seasons.
fucking disaster. It's a public health issue. It's a poverty issue.
Oh my God. How is it a poverty issue? So if she had a good job, it's always just a passing the buck. No one's responsible. And the reason this is fine and how it dovetails into their worldview is the following. Criminals, we can't blame the criminals because they only did it because they're poor. Doesn't make any sense. It's not an excuse. I mean, I have no time for that shit. They're poor not because of themselves. We can't ask them to lift themselves up by their bootstraps. We can't ask them to play by the rules. We can't ask them to abide by the golden rule. All basic things that any human should, do automatically. And also, this happens with every generation of immigrants that come to our country. They all do this. They all improve the quality of their life. They all give their children a better chance in life, except for this one community. They're going backwards. I was reading somewhere in 1910, the marriage rate in the black community was like 90%, something like that, or that children were born into married couples. So yeah, things have changed, and it hasn't been that great. And what was the point?
It's not like, ooh, bad people selling drugs to be bad. It's like,
Right. So there's nothing wrong with being a coke dealer, and it's just victimless, and really we should have no law against it. And she was just being entrepreneurial. And so look at how woke that is of her. What the fuck? Do people die from drugs? Oh yeah, they do. Is there a reason why they're illegal? Yes. Could she have played by the rules? Could she have gotten a normal job and not broken the law? Sure, she could have, but she didn't, and now it's our problem. We can't blame her for any of her actions, which to me seems a little bit demeaning, a little bit patronizing, that you're going to strip away someone's agency, but these people do it all the time.
can you imagine?
Oh, tats. I said no visible tats, but apparently we do have some
Like,
tatties.
can
And that is a light switch, and weird, edgy, ridiculous. And it looks like it's going to be a whole arm piece. We got, what is this? Could be a birthmark.
Can you imagine having such a tiny brain
Tiny
that's your
brain.
literal serious
Okay.
worldview.
So that's a vouch thing where you just insult, oh, the brain capacity, your gray matter, what a smooth brain, what a small brained individual. So my policy is that if you are in charge of a multi-million-dollar coke ring, you probably deserve jail time. Can you imagine? Imagine that that is how you think of things. I mean, this is not an addict of drugs. So I think she's she's conflating some of her talking points. This is not someone I'm punishing for being an addict. No, this is the dealer of poison on a mass scale. Okay, this is a crime. This is not good for society. It has been deemed so for completely valid reasons that should be beyond obvious. This is not pot. We're not talking pot, and we're not talking about an addict. We're talking about a mass dealer of drugs, harmful drugs.
It was a non-violent drug offender. Oh.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It's not that. It's look, you can try to minimize it. Drugs are violence. They say words are violence, drugs are violence. And that's true. And sometimes literal violence, as in a lot of the crime that around the drug dealing world comes because there's shady fucking characters and people are, they're fucked up and sketchy. But also it causes physical harm to human beings. So, I mean, and also kids. This is getting into the hands of children. So this is why we frown upon dealing hardcore drugs.
Was it pot? Did she smoke a doob?
Doesn't
Did she
fucking
smoke
matter.
a doobie?
It doesn't matter. So that is how solid, how airtight her argument is that any drug, it could be heroin, it could be cigarettes, it could be vaping, doesn't matter. All drugs off, no difference. So what she just eradicated science. There's no difference between coke or pot. It's insane.
And she got busted? Was it racism? So you're thinking, all right, whatever. So you got this super rich.
What'd she say? Oh, whatever. She said something, grumbled something under her breath.
So you got this super racism. So you're thinking, all right, whatever. So you got this super
I can't. It's not possible to understand what she just said.
rich celebrity, and she has a pet project, and it's to set free a woman who might have been caught up in the system and slipped through the cracks. And she didn't hurt anybody. It was
She
a
got arrested when
nonviolent
she was
drug
like
offender.
25.
Kim
She's been in prison
Kardashian
for fucking
worked on this
30
woman's
years.
Good for a reason.
behalf. Her name is Alice Johnson, and she got her set free. She's out of prison. And oh my God, this was contagious.
Can you imagine being such a fucking monster that you see like a family being reunited?
Interesting. So this is what I talk about with out of sight, out of mind. So the victims of, say, a drug dealer. So she's not thinking of those people because they're not on screen. What you see on the screen is the woman, and she has a family. Oh my God. So Rodney Reed has a family. Every murderer, Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy. My God. So this is what I'm talking about. Misfiring empathy. It's empathy gone wrong. It's you're a dildo. You're an idiot. You're looking at the thing before you like a chimp, like a moth to to the flame of whatever happens to be in your field of vision. I could give a fuck what her family has to say or think. She shouldn't have committed crime. You break the law, you go to jail. Capiche? It's not hard to figure out. Why don't you try breaking the law? We'll see what happens to you.
After being separated for like 30 fucking years.
Look at this. Oh my God, a prisoner. Imagine the ordeal a prisoner has to go through. This is stupid. This is the level. This is why, there's no point talking to people like this because they're just so woefully behind. And you would have to start with just, let me teach you how to tie your shoes. Let me teach you how to think. You don't know what you're doing. Get off my internet.
And you're like, this is bad.
This is bad. This is my interpretation of the guy on my computer screen. He thinks it's bad to be a coke dealer. Yeah, he does.
Turns out she's a 64-year-old woman. Here's what happened to her. In 1991, she filed for bankruptcy.
1991. Okay, yeah, that is about 30 years.
And foreclosure on her house followed. Okay, so she had some financial stuff going on. Alice Johnson told Mike, which is a magazine, in 2017 that she had become involved in the drug trade after losing a long-time job at FedEx due to a...
I don't think Mike is a magazine. I mean, I said that like it was in the 90s. It's a website. I mean, it's a brand. I'm sure it's an app. I don't know what it is, but
gambling addiction. Becoming divorced, and experiencing the loss of her youngest son in a motorcycle accident.
Yeah, it's almost
So should we have empathy about the motorcycle accident? It's almost like she's a human being that has hopes and dreams, and we should care about her. Let's care about her. She's the good person because she's a black, and she's the victim of her own criminal behavior.
like as if humans are like fallible beings who
Fallible or valuable? So they're valuable. Yes, I care about the people she was poisoning with her cocaine. We're agreeing.
don't always respond perfectly to difficult situations when they have no fucking options.
They do have options. That's a bullshit excuse. I don't accept it. And I hold you in contempt of my presence. And I sentence you to taking your tits out.
Like,
Oh my god. That's a meme.
seriously, can you imagine being such a fucking psychopath?
I'm a psychopath. Psychosomatic. Addict insane. Okay. I'm a psychopath because what? Still waiting. I mean, I'll just wait. There's never a coherent argument. She's a perfect. She's made mistakes. She's valuable. Yes, she was harming other people. Drug dealers harm other people. Yes. So she has forfeited her life or her ability, her right to be among us because she has violated our code of conduct. We have rules. You cannot break those rules.
He's a fucking psychopath.
Oh.
Fucking psychopath.
The indictment described Johnson as
Did you see that? So she triples down. He's a psychopath, he's a psychopath, he's a psychopath. Never a reason given. Notice how when I critique her, I'm going inside of her skull. Inside of that little dinosaur brain of hers. Your brain is small. And I'm telling you how she thinks, what she's saying, what she thinks she's saying, what she should have said, and why she's wrong. I break it all down. That's what separates me. I don't just sit there and go, here's an ad hom.
as a leader in a multi-million-dollar cocaine
Turn your music off.
ring.
Yup,
and
that's
detailed
why she
dozens
spent
of
30
drug
years in
transactions
jail,
and
bucko.
derivables. A number of other co-defendants who testified against Johnson
You say fucko or bucko?
received sentences between probation and 10
Yeah,
years.
it's almost as
So
if our
the
criminal
Rad
justice
Bonnet,
system is
she's the big
completely
mom in
fucking
charge,
broken and
and
incentivizes people to
apparently,
turn on each other to
fast-forward,
save their own
she's doing
fucking
photo shoots for
asses.
So you think that her capos turned on her to save their ass? Yeah, she probably would do the same. That's what the Central Park Five did. That's what everyone does because humans are valuable and they care about their own lives and they will do whatever they can. But you're telling me that's a flaw in the system? No, that's just human nature. I mean, what do you think we should do with drug dealers? Just slap them on the wrist and be like, as you were. I mean, be better. Get into rehab. What kind of a world? I mean, what is her proposal? She doesn't. It's bizarre. There's nothing here.
Kim Kardashian. And she deserves to be let out of jail
Because she fucking spent 30 years in jail and she's no longer a threat to society
Says who?
whatsoever.
Well, then talk to the sentencing guidelines. I mean, there was a judge that put her in and had reasoning. I mean, it wasn't her first offense, I'm guessing. And it was a pretty severe criminal enterprise that she was involved in. So I think it scales to that.
Like, people are so fucking sadistic. It's like the second someone like breaks the law, like, and
Yeah.
gets caught.
Yeah, that's part of it too. You have to get caught. See, well, here's the thing. I care about people who break the law and are not getting caught. That's kind of the problem too. But yeah, once we catch them, we do punish them. Yeah, and we do remove them because otherwise, we have anarchy. So I don't know if that's what you're down with, but it's retarded. You're acting like a mentally retarded person.
Then it's like all fucking rights are at the door. You're not a fucking human being.
You're not a human being. So that's a classic straw man. So, Devin, do you think she's a human being? Oh, no, of course not. She's a bleep and she's a criminal. I don't think they're human anymore. Oh, how easy. Oh, God. Wouldn't it be great if I said that and that was who she was arguing against? Sadly, this is just a fictional event we're witnessing here. She's talking to nobody.
Like, you're gonna go to prison, get raped, and you should
Get raped in prison? By who? Women? What? Finger raped?
fucking get raped in fucking prison, get murdered in prison for the rest of your fucking life
Get murdered for the rest of your life? Well, the good thing about murder is it only happens the once.
because you fucked up this time. Like, dude.
Yeah. Dude, Devin, I can't believe you said that this woman, because she was a coke dealer, she is now no longer human and she should get raped and murdered for the rest of her life. Dude, you're a psychopath, dude.
Fuck off.
So I hate to M. Night Shyamalania, but the people who claim to be in favor of justice are in favor
Cringing.
of injustice.
Cringing. She's cringing at me. Oh God, it's the millennial cringe. Why is the cringe? Why? I'm cringing at your lack of reasoning on your cringe. You are misguided, even on your cringe.
Abortions of justice.
She makes these regular trips to the White House to talk to the president about prison reform.
She's been there once.
And that's good.
Twice.
It's a good thing.
tops.
Yeah, it's a good thing. She speaks for us. She's a leader. Hey, Kim Kardashian, you see how you're good at eye makeup? Yeah, could you fix the criminal justice system while you're at it?
And about getting
That's
people out of
good.
jail.
It's good. There's good and there's bad. And I'm on the good side. And so is Kim. Kim's doing good stuff because drugs are bad, but they're not so bad to throw people in jail for because humans matter and rape is bad and murder is bad. And I guess we should put the rapists and murderers in jail just for a little bit, but they deserve a second chance because second chances are good.
That got bad deals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I mean that's a worthy cause.
Yes.
Oh, she's going to be triggered. She's going to be triggered because I mentioned that this guy is black.
It
It's
is.
amazing
It's
cause.
amazing.
Ridiculous, retarded. And of course, Joe brings this up in front of the Nigerian Nightmare.
See that? I told you. The second I said he was black. Okay, so predict on this one. Do you think that this guy could be any more racist if he tried? He mentioned that the Nigerian Nightmare is Nigerian and a nightmare. Wow. I mean, God, it's 2020.
Do you guys ever get this vibe that like maybe atheism is unstoppable? It has like a weird, like racist.
See this? Do you see that? Acknowledging that Kamaru Usman, who she doesn't know a single thing about. I've seen multiple interviews with this guy. I've followed his entire career from The Ultimate Fighter up till present day. Does she know that he's called the Nigerian Nightmare? Does she think that was me slurring him? No. I reference his fighting nickname, and she's taking it as this guy acknowledged that a black guy is black. He's from Africa. Oh my God. That is so hysterical. This is art. What you're witnessing here is me appreciating the levels of insanity and humor to be found, to be mined. Fuck mining for Bitcoin. Mine for stupid millennial cringe.
Like there's a little bit of racism going.
So again, let's ask this woman, how the fuck is it racist? The point I'm making is that Joe Rogan brings up Kim Kardashian's quest to set black people free in front of a black man on his show. That's my point. Now, I used the word Nigerian Nightmare. Was that the racist part? His fighting nickname? Should I have said Kamaru Usman? Or I could have used his real name, his given name, Marty. I believe he used to go by Marty. Now he goes by Kamaru because Wakanda. So, what is racist in that? Anyone? I mean, this is 2020, guys. It's not 2014. It's not 2015. Not 2016. And here's a more interesting point. It's not 2017. It's not 2018 or 2019. See, I take it to the next level. What I will tell you now, and let me bring it on home here, it's 2020. It's current fucking year. And your little, it's racist. And back it up, bitch. You're going to go online and call me racist? Fuck you. What's this woman's name? I think she's in my Discord. Come to Rio de Janeiro, call me a racist to my face, and watch what happens.
Oh my God, just a little.
And after what happens, just remember, I deserve a second chance. I'm a human. I have value.
Just a little bit subtle, like super subtle.
Super subtle. So she's almost at a point. How is it super subtle that I'm being racist by acknowledging that Kamaru Usman is a black? How is that racist? I mean, let's put this to the test. You are white. Now, for the sake of consistency, is that racism too? I'm saying you're white. The person on my screen is a white person, and race is something that people think about and talk about, and it is a real phenomenon and a biological reality and social construct. Of course, everything is, but it's still a real thing in the real world. Is it racist that I called you white? Oh, it's not? It's only racist when I call black people black. See, she's never dealt with someone with no white guilt. and she is consumed by it. Like it spills out of her cracks.
Maybe it's just me. I'm an SJW, so everything's fucking
Yes.
racist.
Yes. And this, she's trying to be like inside on the joke. No, you are that person and you are a joke.
To me.
Would you be where you are?
And did you notice there was no argument? There's no fucking point. And that's why people, you think, you're out there, you're going, oh, Devin's on the internet. Devin talks. He thinks and he talks in that order. Sometimes not in that order, actually. And you think, oh, I could do that. Why don't I think and talk? Look, 400 people watching me right now on my small little rinky-dink channel. And they say, oh, fuck it, I'm going to take a hack at it. I can do it impromptu. Oh, Devin, he only does it when he's editing. He probably does he writes it all out and then he rehearses it and then he does 10 takes and then he edits it. Anyone could do that. Oh, could you? Could you now? You make a video and then pause it when someone goes, hey, Kamaru Usman is the Nigerian nightmare. Pause. That's racist. What a psychopath. Anyone else noticing that he's a racist? Try it. Let's see if you develop a following based off that kind of thought. And it's moment to moment. Okay? So what you're hearing from me right now at 3 a.m. in Rio de Janeiro is just me off the cuff impromptu thinking and expressing myself. Imagine if I do fucking rehearse and take time. I produce gold. I'm like a golden goose. Okay? If this is what I'm doing improvisationally, good Lord, hide the women and children if I actually try, if I actually think and write something down. I mean, guys, you cannot fake the funk, okay? And UFC fighters wouldn't tell you this too. Okay, you can have muscles, you can have bravado, you can have shit talking. They know what you're like when they train with you. They know. The truth rises, and people like this fail. They fail. They fall by the wayside. They cannot hack it. They cannot hang.
Had there not been a sex tape?
All right, let's bring it back to the sex tape.
I did what? Yes, Oprah did, because that's why she's famous. You're the only one that hasn't caught on to that.
From 15 fucking years.
Yes, that was the first domino. What do you think? You think this woman would be where she is without that sex tape? Are you that naive?
No, I think
Oh my
that's how
God,
I
she
was definitely
had
introduced
sex
to the
with
world, so
someone.
I-
So she thinks that my problem is that I'm sex shaming her? Yeah, oh yeah, sex is terrible. Yeah, I'm totally anti-sex. My God. They're so hungry for a W. They just want to win, but they can't get them. I mean, these are fabricated W's. It's just sad. You just look at it and you're like, ugh, God, grow up. Grow some pubic hair.
like to think that I'm
And don't just let it go crazy. Like do like a landing strip. Oh, hold on. Let me be her. Pause. Is it just me, or do you notice there's a subtle misogynistic thing he's got going on? Because he's mentioned tampons, he mentioned pubic hair, and it's like, I'm a woman, so I don't think that's cool.
aware. I'm not naive to that fact that that's pretty much how I was introduced to the world.
Introduced. Here's my pussy, world. And now just hold on tight, because come for the pussy, but stay for the makeup? Fuck. No, I'm not staying. I'm not coming for the pussy, literally. That's C-O-M and C-U-M. And I'm not staying for the makeup. Fuck off. Just don't let murderers out of prison who are guilty of murder, even though they do deserve a second chance.
It was a negative way.
Oh, God.
You know what else is a negative way?
Oh,
is that you talk up like
It
that?
was a negative way.
Do you know how to tell if someone's really fucking stupid? It's if they fucking make judgments based on a person's regional fucking accent.
That's not regional. I come from LA. She's in LA. That's where her dad's from. What is it? They were from Brentwood. It's not a regional accent. It's annoying baby voice. It's vocal fry. And didn't she just mock the thing I was mocking? She was like, don't make fun of the way people talk like this, like that. No, I will. This is part of why she's so aggravating to listen to.
Or speaking pattern that has nothing to do with intelligence aside from
Intelligence? Wait a minute. I just said it was aggravating. I didn't say she's dumb because she talks like that. She sounds dumb, but no, she's dumb because she's dumb. Again, she's like, have some meat on the bones of your arguments against Kim. Well, I do. Watch my video.
from the fact that it's typically associated with young women.
But she's not a young woman, for starters. Second of all, Yes, young women infantilizing themselves and playing like this in this really insecure way, and it's really predictable and it's totally unoriginal and it's very grating on the nerves. No one takes you seriously. Yes, it's obnoxious. It's a joke. It needs to stop. So, yes, I will publicly shame her for it.
Which y'all fucking hate and think are stupid. It's kind of like when people see, like, they're like, girl in a pink dress must be stupid bimbo because she looks like that.
Well, yeah, if someone looks like something, they probably are that thing. But a pink dress makes you a bimbo? No. Who's saying that? I'd love for you to introduce me to the person that you're talking about because he sounds like he's just full of ideas. You know me. I mean, go look up pink dress on my YouTube channel. It's just tons of videos of me talking about pink dressed bimbos.
It's like, dude, you're the fucking stupid bimbo.
I'm the bimbo. And here comes the point. She's going to say, you're the stupid bimbo. She's not going to cut back to my video. She's going to say, and here's why. Here's why. Oh no, she cut back to the video. Shocking.
Yeah, God, I feel betrayed. What an awful event. The thing that
Can you believe I'm curb stomping and fist fucking this woman in public? It's insane.
launched me into superstardom. And
It's so amateur. It's so easy.
now I own like a
These are tomato cans. This is like I'm like a professional boxer looking to bump up my record to 10-0, and I'm taking on fucking jokes like this. And by the way, those titties are fake.
$1 billion. Yeah, what a tragic thing that happened to me.
Listen, it's never fucking been established or confirmed that Kim Kardashian released the sex tape on her own
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
intentionally to like rocket launch her career. Guess what?
No, I'm saying in retrospect, it's ridiculous for her to be like, oh, it was terrible that this thing happened that launched me into superstardom.
Aside from Paris fucking Hilton during that time era, having a
Time era? Time period and era. I don't, time era.
porn leaked of you, a personal fucking porn leaked of you, that was a career ender.
What career did she have? That's the whole point. That just sailed over your head. What career did Kim Kardashian have that would have ended? God, that made her career. Dunce.
Okay? Like,
No, it's not okay.
what Kim Kardashian did, in my mind, it's extremely probable Kim Kardashian was getting fucking famous anyway for hanging around with Paris Hilton.
So she's hanging out with Paris Hilton, famous for being famous. So she's socially rubbing shoulders with another fucking idiot, bimbo, pink dress wearing bimbo. You think that Paris Hilton is safe from my condemnation? She's the exact same. She's a carbon copy of that. God, wait, so is Paris Hilton someone we're not allowed to mock? Are we supposed to be impressed by Paris Hilton?
Right around the time when TV was like popping off.
TV was popping off. I think TV came around a little bit before Paris Hilton.
I think she was already in talks about having a fucking reality show with her and her wacky big butt family.
Your wacky big butt family. I'd watch that.
And yeah, and then her shitty ex Ray J, who's exploited their past relationship.
Look at that face she's on. She's super into this. Ray J, we're going into the gossip. She's spilling tea on Ray J. Who cares? Who cares about the revenge porn of Ray J? It's just a little bit interesting that it's not normal for you to have a homemade sex tape. Gross, by the way. I play some of it in the video. If that is the start of your quote career, yeah, I'm going to question the fucking career. Pete Buttigieg does not have a sex tape out there that started his political career. But he was probably fucking dudes out in Iraq.
Years and tried to turn a profit off it. I don't know. Maybe he fucking released it. I don't know.
So, I agree. Ray J released the tape. Who said he didn't?
But Jesus fucking Christ.
Wow, look at the anger. See, that's the point of it. Just be angry. Have the outrage. It doesn't matter if it makes sense or not. Jesus fucking Christ, I can't believe you said the thing you didn't say.
If that is the case, then yeah, that's called revenge porn and it fucking sucks.
Oh,
So you can believe
thanks.
her or not, but that is a very plausible thing that could have happened.
I believe her. Go rewind the tape. I've never said anything that Kim Kardashian released the tape.
Also, just because in the
Oh, here's a new thought. This is, she came up with something later. And she felt it was important, so let's listen.
end, Kim Kardashian cleverly used the scandal to her advantage.
She muscled through that word advantage. She did almost like a I Dream of Jeannie nose thing at the end there. Look at this.
and has perfected used the scandal to her advantage and has
She blinked. Advantage.
and has
Hold on, one
and
more.
used the scandal to her advantage and has perfected that formula to this day.
Oh, so she she creates scandal and then just capitalizes off of it. No, she is a disastrous sign of the times, and she shows us that people need famous people to gossip about and to just stare at. People will watch anything. It's proof of that. It's not impressive what she's doing. And no, she's not playing 4D chess with her scandals.
And set the blueprint for many reality stars to follow.
What? She's not the first reality star. Even you mentioned Paris Hilton. I mean, there's so many going on. MTV, the Osbournes. She didn't do anything new. What do you think she's innovating here? Put the cameras on me. You know, she innovated the selfie. She's a pioneer of the selfie and the duck face.
Who did that shit intentionally. It's completely plausible that her shitty ex, Ray J, who's a fame-hungry little fucking bitch.
So wait, you don't think she's fame hungry? Didn't you just say that she was calculating this she was leveraging the drama in her personal life to acquire fame? She is a fame hungry bitch. That's what she is. But no, you're going to throw Ray J under the bus, but not Kim Kardashian? Oh, please.
Who's been riding on her coattails for
Ray J? What coattails? What? Okay. I could care less about Ray J. I mean, the only reason I know the guy exists is because of the sex tape. I don't even know what he does.
the past fucking decade. It's completely possible
So this girl is following. I bet she follows Ray J on Instagram. Is he not dead? Didn't some black just die?
fucking released it. Guys fucking do that. Y'all suck.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's worthy of a pause. Guys suck. Guys released it. Yes, I'm against revenge porn. I mean, what the hell? Seek a therapist. Like, why are you yelling at me about revenge porn? When have I ever said anything about being in favor of revenge porn?
Just kidding.
I don't hate men. I don't hate men. I don't hate men. I don't hate men. So she felt the need to put that in because she was worried that the Groypers were going to come after her because we are not about that. And maybe it revealed a little bit something about you that you're on some spurgy tangent that is neither here nor there. And you end it with, guys suck.
And, it's, it was happening anyway. What the fuck is she gonna do?
What? Yes, Kim is doing her best. She has a grift. Congrats to Kim. What do you want me to say? I mean, what am I supposed to do? Like Kylie Jenner, perfect, another example. So this woman has all this money. She has all these brands, and it's the same, just mindless bullshit with fashion and makeup, whatever, lifestyle, you know. So okay, she was born into a famous situation. She did the best she could with it, and she's doing well with it. Okay, good for her. Good for Gwyneth Paltrow. I used to go to school with her. I can't mention her without mentioning that. But yes, Gwyneth Paltrow, again, came from famous parents. Her parents were industry people, actors, producers. And what did she do? She used that, she used those connections to become an actress and win an Oscar and have a movie career. And then she used that fame to start a company and sell products, and she's doing well. I understand capitalism. I understand people, I don't know, building something, creating something. That's fine. But it's still not going to make me forget that Kim doesn't provide anything of value to me. And she's embarrassing as a person. And now she's malicious and evil for what she's doing in terms of getting guilty people freed from prison.
That's what our family does. They fucking turn scandal into profit. It doesn't.
Oh, so her family. So now we're rim jobbing the entire fat ass family because it's all about scandal. The scandal is they don't deserve to be famous or rich. And they are. So that's the joke of it all. But look, no one who respects that family, who looks at them and goes, at the one thing I will give you is, and I begrudgingly give it, okay, they might have some opinions and thoughts about fashion and makeup and beauty. So they have an audience for that. They've proven that they, have ideas, they have brands, they have products. So they're successful at that. Okay, so then talk about that. Say, okay, I'm going to talk about Kim Kardashian because she's great at eye makeup and she's great at contouring her face. Okay, who gives a shit? Go play at the kids' table, you little girl. Run along now. No one gives a fuck. But if she is going to then step outside that and say, oh, here's what I think about murderers, and here's what I think about the prison or prison reform, then I'm going to say, wait a minute, what the fuck does that have to do with your fat ass or eye makeup or contouring? Nothing. So I, as a graduate of UCLA, as an Eagle Scout, as a person with a chess rating of 2200, am more qualified than you. And that's not a position I want to be in my life. I was doing perfectly fine as a web designer, working at an ad agency, creating animations, doing video editing for Disney and Pixar. I was fine with that, traveling the world. Cool. I took advantage of the invention of the internet, to full advantage. I'm in Copacabana right now. Why do you think that is? Do you know why? It's because it's fucking cold in Toronto and New York. I don't want to be there. Germany. So I left. And down here it's summer. I'm muggy. I'm actually sweating right now. What was my point? Oh yeah, my point is, if morons like Kim Kardashian are getting guilty people out of prison, and I know they're guilty because I've researched it and I know they're guilty, then I am going to speak up. That's a problem.
That's not evidence that, she wanted that to happen. Come on. This is not that fucking complicated.
Oh my God, headbutting.
So Oprah Winfrey,
I like this girl. She's spunky.
when she's not here
Cash me outside.
picking the brain
How about that?
of this idiot, she's trying to get rapists free who happen to be bleeps in the Central Park 5 case. She is the executive
Uh-oh, trigger. I said Central Park 5. I predict less than a second she's pausing.
producer of When They See Us.
All right,
There
the
we go.
results are in. I feel pretty comfortable
Here we go.
calling him
This is fantastic.
a racist.
This is fantastic. I mean, this couldn't have played out more to my liking. This proves the point. And that's why do I talk about pattern recognition? How do you think I got to 2200 in chess? How? It's not the best in the world. There are people better than me. I fully grant that. I lose all the time. I lose like half the time. That's how it is when you start playing these dudes. They're fucking geniuses. And it wasn't just a series, like it wasn't 100,000 good chess moves that I did in a row without figuring out the patterns. As in, hey, it's pretty good to have bishops fianchettoed. Yeah, put the bishops, because they do diagonal, like that's how they move, that's how they operate. It's good to have them on the sides because then their diagonals are kind of more powerful. That's good. And also having two bishops tends to be good, just as a thematic thing. The bishop pair, we call it. And two bishops working together can be devastating. So that's a pattern, just like the pattern I have noticed in her, which is, well, it's all regurgitation, and it's all an embarrassing admission that she is not worthy of driving a rental car, which you would have to be 25 years old to do because your brain is not fully developed as evidenced by this stupid fucking bitch-ass video. So when she just heard the Central Park 5, I knew because I had already analyzed and outlined the pattern, the knee-jerk reaction that she does when she hears anything racially involving blacks, she goes to her, that's racist. And then she follows it up to her infinite shame by not explaining why. And the reason she cannot explain why is because obviously it isn't racist, because the Central Park 5 are guilty. Now, let's pause and just notice that the following fact. Think of the Central Park 5, and you all know how much I know about that case, those people, what happened that night. How much do you think she knows about that case? Okay, she knows absolutely nothing. I would be surprised if she even saw When They See Us. But she knows what she's supposed to think about the Central Park 5, and that's all that matters. Those are the marching orders, okay? She knows what Vaush thinks about the Central Park 5, which he's dead wrong, obviously. So she doesn't care about the truth of that situation. She just knows that if you're on the wrong side of that, then we're supposed to call him a racist, and that's it. It's over. Now, I would be floored if she came up with an argument as to why I'm racist right now. And I talk about current year and stuff, but it is a different climate today than 2015. Calling someone a racist doesn't cut it anymore, sweetheart. It just doesn't. Because you can do that. I feed off it. I mean, seriously, it's like one of those superheroes where you shoot them and they just absorb it. Please call me a racist because it doesn't matter. I don't have a boss. I am the boss. And do you know what my employees, well, they're actually my bosses. My patrons are my bosses. And you know what they admire about me? that I'm a racist. No, they admire they admire that I call out bullshit artists like you who call everything racist. I mean, it's sickening, morally sickening, that she is standing up for the rapists of the Central Park Five. They raped her. They beat a woman and raped her. And they beat and assaulted other people. I mean, but that's neither here nor there. Well, actually, it is there. That's part of it. These people are criminals and thugs, and they don't deserve any of our empathy whatsoever. But, I mean, finish with a bang.
Because only fucking racists are that fucking dedicated to maintaining that the Central Park Five, who've been fucking
Exonerated?
sorry.
There it is. I love it. See, it's so cute. I mean, she's honestly a baby. I'm trying to think how long it would take for me to correct her, course correct. I feel like, what's his name? That little Mexican dude, the dog whisperer, Cesar Millan. And he would come in and he would correct dogs. And he'd establish dominance. And he would touch the dog. And he'd emulate a bite mark. And he'd say, she needs that. She needs someone to be like, if you say exonerated, you're going to, okay, they were not exonerated. Watch my videos. It's absurd. I know that you did not come up with the word exonerated. Okay, I know that you, in your entirety of your life, have never used the word exonerated until the context of the Central Park Five. So just entertain the notion that the way you are getting your information is a bad source. It's not a good system. You are wrong. Okay? So put all this ad hom bullshit like, oh, let's get the racist bad guy. He's the bad guy. Put that all aside and just understand that on its own, in a vacuum, Central Park 5, you're completely fucking wrong. And that's a true statement, and that matters. So when let's say this girl had a week. Let's say I challenge her to a live debate. Okay, debate me, bro. We're going to debate the Central Park 5. I give you a full month. You research that for a month. You come back. You come armed and ready. Do you think she'd be up for that? Do you think that during her research she would realize that she's wrong? Is she capable of that? Do you think that this woman has the brain capacity for something like that? That brand of evolution? I was thinking about this today. People write to me sometimes and they say, Devin, I have a girl, I want to bang her, but she's dumb as a pile of shit. In other words, she's regressive. Okay, she's just like this chick. Like, this is a pretty chick, right? So you're a guy, you want to bang this girl, right? You can't, because you can't stomach the intellectual just rot. It's just not functioning. It's not something that you can respect. And so can you get a boner boning a chick you don't respect? Because she's a dunce and she's like, she's high. She's high on her own Kool-Aid. She's snorting the Kool-Aid. And so they say, Devin, how do I teach her? How do I make her better? Should I watch videos of yours with her? Should I introduce her to your videos? I'm like, no, girls won't react kindly to my videos. A girl has to be ready. I'm an acquired taste. I'm a final boss in a video game. Isn't that a thing? You don't just come and to me. I'm not step one. People like this, they need it. Look, what is the Alcoholics Anonymous? There's a 12-step program. I'm the 12th step. Okay, go deal with your 11 steps. You come to me and then we'll have an actual conversation about things. But look, I suggest, and I thought about it. I thought, was my girlfriend like this? Would my girlfriend think that the Central Park 5 were innocent? Yeah, probably. Back in the day, especially when I met her, when she was young, man, yeah, she would have been the sum total of all of her friends and what people of that generation in Berlin were thinking. And there wasn't much thinking. It was just, yeah, good things are good and bad things are bad. And I know that Central Park 5 are innocent and good and blacks are good and incarceration is bad. And these are my talking points and I heard them and I repeat them because it makes me feel good. And I had to whittle away at her. I had to, and look, there's strategy involved. You can't just come in and just red pill people. You got to just explain to them. And I honestly think, how could people not be convinced by my words, my thoughts, how I'm explaining it? I am literally explaining everything to you. I'm showing you the homework. I'm not just sitting here going, here's the answer to that crazily complicated math problem. I'm not going to show you how I did it. No, I'm showing you the reasoning behind it. And that is more important. The reasoning, the pattern, your ability to challenge things, to think independently. I mean, has this girl gone to college? Where is your self-respect as a thinking person? But I get it. This is a trivial, frivolous thing. All she's doing is just, oh, I heard it was like open season on this atheism is unstoppable guy. So, we're everyone on the far left, we're going after him. He's the bad guy. He's the racist. He believes in revenge porn. I mean, so they just do that for the visceral feeling of doing it. It actually doesn't matter to them. Like she actually doesn't care about any of the things she's talking about, which is interesting and funny. And I personally don't care. Because it's more fun to just mock someone like this and expose her in front of an audience rather than actually steer this woman off her stupidity.
By DNA fucking evidence.
Oh, yeah. I told you that was the line. They were exonerated by DNA evidence. Listen.
Been fucking dedicated to maintaining that the Central Park Five who've been fucking.
Yeah, I agree with that part. The Central Park Five had been fucking.
The Central Park Five who've been fucking.
Correct. A white woman, Trisha Miley. They had been fucking her, and a couple of them would hold her arms down, and the others would hold her legs down, and then they raped her a bunch. And the DNA evidence didn't exonerate them at all. The clothes was. I'm not going to go into the full case, but what's the shortest version? The DNA evidence that you speak of is the semen of Mateus Reyes, and all the DNA evidence proved was that Mateus Reyes came inside this woman. I hope I don't have to explain the birds and the bees to you about gang rape, but here's how it works. Multiple dicks go into a vagina, and rape is rape. You don't have to come for it to be rape. Do you understand that? So these 13, 14, 15-year-old boys did not finish. They were not dropping loads in her. It was frantic. It was foreign to them. I don't see them as serial rapists. And they were freaked out and performing in front of their boys. So they did their best. It was, the training wheels of rape. But Mateus Reyes, he had rape before, and he got to go last. He had sloppy 6, and he finished inside of her. So the DNA evidence that you don't even know you're speaking of is his cum, and all that proves is that he was one of the rapists. Not the sole rapist. Total logical breakdown, but okay. You are young, you are dumb, you are full of cum.
Exonerated by DNA fucking evidence. Only a fucking racist clings to that bullshit.
You can see that she doesn't even believe it or care about it. She's heard someone say that. Only a racist clings to that bullshit. That's what they say about Trump or Bloomberg. Maybe Bloomberg. No, I think it was the other guy, Mayor Koch. Anyway, it's usually said about Trump. They say, oh, he's racist because he still thinks the Central Park Five are guilty. They are guilty. And I don't care if they're black, white, or anything. They're guilty because the facts has nothing to do with anything. I mean, why would you say you're racist? What is that? Where's that connection? So let's say she comes in good faith and she goes, this guy thinks the Central Park Five are guilty. Wow, he must have compelling reasons why he thinks that. Maybe I'll ask him about that. Maybe I'll watch his 10 hours of footage that he's made about that. Or she could say, no, here's what I'm going to deduct. Because the rapists in question, the alleged rapists, were black, he thinks they're guilty because they're black. That is her argument against me. She's not saying, I think this guy's totally wrong on this case about a rape, and I think if you only were to look at the DNA evidence, if you only were to contemplate that Mateus Reyes' semen is Mateus Reyes' semen, I mean, look, everyone's free. Hey, Mateus Reyes, next time I rape a girl, could you just come in her at the end of it, and then I'm off? I'm scot-free? Cool. I mean, good Lord.
By DNA fucking evidence.
Watch how she doesn't believe this. Listen.
Only a fucking racist clings to that bullshit.
See how her heart's not in that? That's like a bad take in a play or in a TV show. It's like, do it again, take 2. We didn't believe what you just said.
So she's got her butt buddy, Ava DuVernay, who she's sitting there meeting with and plotting with and scissoring, doing that whole thing. And they are actively...
I cannot take
Can't. She's out. No.
this anymore.
Are you aware that Ava DuVernay is a lesbian?
Rapists and murderers who happen to have the same
Why can't you do it?
skin tone as them
I can't
out
do
of
it.
prison.
Why can't you do it? Oh, I get it. It's a meme. It's edgy. Guys, we're doing edgy shit. I can't even, oh my God, cringe, yikes, oof. What else? Clown World. Anyone else have anything else? Any unoriginal things to spit out?
All right. I literally can't take it anymore. This is just too.
What is
It's
it?
just too much. It's too much.
Think of any word. Exonerated?
Fuckery,
Fuckery. Okay.
stupidity. This guy's so fucking smug and stupid.
There we go. That's a new thought. He's smug. I'm smug because I think I'm right or know I'm right. Okay. I'm smug because I'm talking. I'm smug and I'm stupid.
And
I love feedback. Look at that face. That's great. That should be the thumbnail.
not funny. How
Not funny.
the fuck does he have?
Here's the jealousy. Wasn't she talking about me being jealous of Kim Kardashian of all people? How does he have the subs he has? I don't know. Ask them. He's not funny. Oh my God. Well, wait a minute. Am I even claiming to have been funny? First of all, I am funny, but I don't call myself a stand-up comic, do I? I don't have a Showtime or special, Netflix, nothing.
Over 100,000 people follow his channel. That's more people that live in my fucking city.
Oh, that's telling. Small town USA. I wonder where that is.
Oh, I could throw.
But that is a good explanation as to why she's so uncomfortable about blacks, because she doesn't live around them. She's never been with them. I'm in a hugely black city right now, Rio, but I grew up with blacks, so I'm not scared of them. Not scared to talk about them. If you live in a town that's 100,000 or less in America, the chances that that's a white town are sky high.
Up right now. It's starting to hurt me, and I do have to like start unwinding. And right now I'm fucking wrapped up, and I'm gonna fucking. I can't do it anymore. So I don't know. Maybe if I'm feeling masochistic tomorrow or something, I'll do the rest of this. Because it's a long fucking video, but you get the gist of it. Oh, big butt fucks bleeps, wants to save bleeps from jail, even
I like that she uses my slang.
though bleeps deserve to be in jail.
Bleeps to. Okay, now that's amazing. I love it. You know, it's always fun to poke out like it's Groundhog's Day and just see how others perceive you. And apparently, my worldview, my philosophy is bleeps deserve to be in jail. You left out one key part of that sentence, and it is bleeps who commit crimes deserve to be in jail. And the problem is, I'm aware of how many of them do that. And also, a side note to that, little addition, Native Americans who commit crimes deserve to be in jail too. And outside of that, everyone else should be set free. No, whites who commit crimes deserve to be in jail. You didn't mention that. But okay, yeah, apparently all blacks should go to jail. That's my premise. That's my thesis. That's what I'm trying to tell the world. Unfucking-lievable.
All right, whatever.
That's a funny face. This girl's very cute.
They're
She's very spunky. I'd watch her. I'll sub it. Let me see here. What should I say? What should I tell her? Loved this. Do you have a Patreon? I don't think it's going to work. I don't think I'm logged in. See, that I knew was going to work. All right, I'm going to refresh.
Cut it out.
And then we're going to watch a couple trailers. Loved this. Do you have a Patreon? Can I get some merch? Okay. When women attack. Hello from AIU, watching this video about you right now. Try keeping an open mind and don't think as opposition as enemies. We don't hate you. We came out from the same bandwagon you're on currently. Devin isn't racist. And the joke about calling them bleeps is because YouTube censors and blocks certain words and topics and well, I mean, what word? If you say blacks, they say, oh no, you should say African Americans. And just if you say blacks at all, it hits their ears very hard. So they don't like, it's a hard B basically. Same as beeping fuck or shit. It's funny way to bypass YouTube's bias demonetization. Yes, true. So let me offer an olive branch here. Interesting. She reacted. So what is the correct number of bleeps that should be in prison? Do you have a number or is it 0? Sam Harris had the exact same convo with Hannibal Buress. Hannibal Buress was a drunken moron who was offended that Sam Harris had brought up race, that he was in the presence of a white guy talking about blacks. And it wasn't a glowing review of the black community. And so he freaked. So it's purely emotional. And I'm sick of dealing with just overly emotional dunces. I mean, it's so tiresome. I mean, or whatever his name is. It's an entertaining listen, although not a productive convo. Really, yeah. He was literally drunk and ran out of the set. And to answer your question, well, yeah, ideally nobody would be in prison. Wow. I just got $10 on Venmo. Nice. Okay. No one should be in prison. Okay, interesting. We would have a better institution for reformative justice rather than retribution punishment. Okay, so this is just the ramblings of a lunatic. This is something a kindergartner would say. You can have, first of all, you can have both. You can have, it's not retribution. This is not biblical times. You have imprisonment, and that's why they call them correctional facilities. We could try to correct, try to reform, but a lot of times there's problems that are way bigger than what we can put up with, not to mention the numbers. So in terms of there wouldn't be crime, yeah, who's responsible for that? Prison policy is not going to stop crime. It's people who commit crime. And ideally, the drug war would be, this is a great talking point, drug war would be handled as a health crisis. And come on, not for dealers. See, again, she conflates. And not a bad person who needs to be locked up for a lifetime. So this is a talking point for like the heroin addict. So no one's saying throw a heroin addict in jail forever, but a huge high-level drug dealer? Yeah, it's a different scenario. I used to be a literal career criminal. LOL. And I only got slaps on the wrist because I got that white girl privilege, baby. What? So this statement right here is white guilt. She has survivor guilt. She feels guilty that she's not in jail. And for what career criminal were you doing? Weed dealing? What were you doing? Stealing stuff? Stealing beauty products? I mean, I don't buy that. And second of all, the leap of faith she makes, which is she got slapped on the wrist because, no, you got slapped on the wrist because they were probably not serious offenses. It has nothing to do with your race. And only in your mind is that the answer to why you got the treatment you got. And by the way, to be a young, pretty girl is great. And people all across the board are going to treat you better. That's not something to be dismissed or, you shouldn't feel shame about that. Just enjoy it. It's an actual privilege. So her way of, I don't know, getting rid of her guilt is to say, we should let blacks out of jail. I mean, it's just, doesn't make any sense. Okay, so let me wrap this up in terms of her in this video. You think she's 30 something? There's no way she's 30. Anyway, she seems like a delightful girl. That's the funny thing. She's got a good energy. She's cute. She's playful. She's got a sense of style. I'm sure she's, you talk movies with her. You talk sports. You talk family. You talk pets. You talk a million different things. She's going to be charming. She's going to be pleasant. She probably has small town sensibilities. She's probably a very friendly, nice person. And so that's why I'm not even mad. I don't care. None of this is personal, but it is a shame. It's a shame that we have to spin the wheels on things that, shouldn't even be up for debate. It's like, God damn. But it's a mass trend. That's the problem. Like, even if I were to convince this one person where she's wrong and how she's wrong, she could watch this video. She could watch this video and be stunned, just mesmerized in silence, going, God damn, this guy just broke it down completely for me, and I'm now a better person for it. But she's not going to do that. Anyway, she seems very delightful, and I'll talk to her later. Now, trailer? Let's watch one. Haven't seen this.
It began as a holiday,
Oh, I have seen this.
eager to escape a
Then they pushing us
Oh,
out.
here we go.
This
Here
happened
we
just-
go. Okay, horror film. Scary. Is that where that girl lives? I think it was up in an attic. Oh my god, that was frightening. Legit frightening. Holy shit. That was loud, and that was a weird effect. She poured paint, and there was an invisible figure on the stairs. I am legitimately frightened. Dude, did you see? Okay. Look at this. It happened so fast. What a shot that is. Oh my god. And that is the girl from Mad Men, right?
Where are you? Show yourself!
Surprise.
Dude, don't grab her neck, grab those titties. And by the way, those tits seem to have grown over the past few years, which is, I'm calling bullshit. It turns out that this invisible man deserves a second chance, and the DNA paint evidence exonerates him. Damn.
Let me help you.
You can't help me. Surprise.
Oh, come on. It's a new take on the Invisible Man, and the woman kills him in the end. Surprise. You just gave us the whole movie. Okay. Wait, what was that? Go back. Invisible Man. Screenplay and screen story by Leigh Whalen. That sounds like a woman, right? Directed by Leigh. So it's Feminism Meets the Invisible Man, is what I'm seeing here. And Q, no bullshit, doing a video. SJW fembots ruin yet another movie. The Invisible Man tanks at the box office. Going over the reviews of Invisible Man, feminism strikes again. Go woke, grow broke.
Hurricane Katrina may extend from southeast Louisiana all the way into Kentucky and southern.
Of course it's tough. You black from the lower ninth.
I ain't no puppet, I'm destined to do.
What's new?
Wesley Snipes playing an old dude from New Orleans. Always bet black. Look at that.
What's new?
You locked down. I don't know how you do it.
I think it's love, man.
What is this?
You got a wife and a son now. You're gonna have to deal with it.
FEMA. Oh my God. Here we go. Now I know. I was curious. Like, wait, what is this movie about? It's not about a storm, and it's not about this dude and his wife. It's about fuck whites. I mean, if you don't see that pattern, just watch.
This type of assistance, the Ninth Ward isn't covered.
New Orleans, nothing short of apocalyptic.
Everyone in New Orleans was affected in the same way. They all had to bail. They all stick together. It means something to be from New Orleans. There's some old timers down there that have been there forever, generations. Phil Anselmo. I was just in New Orleans. But Devin, you're in Rio de Janeiro. Yes, before I came down here, I was visiting Phil in New Orleans. And I stayed outside of New Orleans where he is, but also in the French Quarter, and I've been there multiple times. And it is a city that is like 70-something% black. But there's no racism in New Orleans. It's absurd. I mean, isn't it about power plus privilege? So if most of the city is black, that by far most of the city is black, but watch this trailer and watch how they frame this. Watch.
First they flood us, then they pushing us out.
First they flood us? Who? They? I'm pretty sure God flooded you.
It's happened just how they wanted.
Why don't we talk to your cousin? That dude a gangster and he make me nervous.
Is that T.I.? Does T.I. have Michael Jackson disease, or is that the character?
And what the hell are we?
Is that Tupac? God damn, that Tupac hologram gets around.
We ain't no gangsters.
We ain't no gangsters, right? There's no gangsterism in New Orleans. Have I ever told you the story about I was walking around the French Quarter, all of a sudden I see just 1,000 black people sprinting at me, and they're all running from gunshots, and I'm like, oh shit, I guess I should run.
It's my only option.
I think that guy played Tupac.
One and done for us, all right?
Directed by RZA. Oh God. Is that Reza Aslan?
We ain't that different.
Okay, so Katrina hits and they decide to start. Did you ever see the Grimlock video I did? And in that video, I was talking about the most dangerous cities in America. They're all black. And one of them was New Orleans. And there's two thuggish gangsters, like the most, like they're guaranteed to be dead right now. Bloods. And they were talking about like Jack and the guy interviewing them. And they were talking about what they did during Katrina. And what they did was they went out and stole medical supplies. And they were instantly gangsters. Well, they were gangsters before Katrina, so it didn't start. But I guess these guys are good boys who then have to work with a gangster. Let's see.
I'm in it for the money.
A perfectly good tax-paying casino was
Oh, maybe it isn't about what fuck whites.
hit.
Baby, what happened?
Get in the car!
You ain't got my money. You got to walk the plank.
We gotta figure something out fast.
You got trouble, boy?
Oh, he's doing the whole Clint Eastwood thing.
You don't recognize what you up against.
Figure out what is going on.
I just want to do something.
We got a problem.
I think they in trouble. There's a war going on you don't know about. Definitely got talent. But the lower ninth was mine.
That dude is absolutely psychotic. Have you ever heard him give his speeches about parallel universes and shit?
Long before it was yours.
Whoa. Little arch in that. Oh my God. Squiggly.
Katrina's always been with us.
Look at that. The chances of you going to see 4 white cops in New Orleans. Jesus Christ. So the fuck white stuff is in the film. It's more subtle, but the main plot is between these rival factions post Katrina and how to survive.
Just had a bunch of different names.
It's cool graphics, whoever did this. Denzel Whitaker? Did Forrest and Washington have a baby? Isaiah Washington? Oh, okay. Johnson? Jesus. How many slave names are we going to come up with? Shh. Goes by the name Shameik Moore. Tip Harris. That's T.I.'s Tip? Just the tip. That's what his dad did. Demetrius Shipp. Yeah. Alright. Ooh, new movie. Here we go. The Boys. The Boy, too? What's that?
Oh my goodness, look at that. That
Sounds
must
good.
be the main house.
It's English.
Come on, Jude.
Hey, Jude. Okay, we have a house, big scary house. We have some disembodied female voice whispering to this androgynous child. So kids are scary, houses are scary. What do we got?
Beware his story, one and all.
Yeah, you're probably not going to want to dig up a porcelain doll from the earth. Freaky. Was that Nick Fuentes?
Brahms was never just a doll.
Okay, so it's Chucky meets Haunted House meets just Poltergeist.
To live again, he needs a friend. His deadly rules will never end.
What were those rules?
His
No guests allowed. Never leave Bram's alone. Never cover Bram's face. New Bram's clothes every day. Bram's eats meals with family. Take Bram's outside every day. Keep Bram's neat and clean. Every night, bedtime story. Kiss goodnight. Jude has to be with Bram's always and forever. Whoa. That doll is claustrophobic. or making me claustrophobic.
The rules will never end. If you break them, it's best to pray.
Oh.
Brahms wants more than just to play.
No.
He's got a secret that only he knows.
It's a nice font.
Something is happening to him.
Look at that.
Louis, Mommy, I love you.
Now that girl is from what? Dawson's Creek, I want to say? Wasn't that... That's not Tom Cruise's wife, is it? That's somebody else. Looks like her.
I love you.
Jude?
Brahms, the boy too.
That little music box playing in the background. It goes back to, I mean, for me, Nightmare on Elm Street. Little children's song. 1, 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you.
In theaters February 21st.
They got the deep voice guy to do that.
Rated PG-13.
Yeah. James Bond? No, we got the Nazis. Fuck those whites. Nazi. Is this Vampire Hunter? Nazi Hunter?
Imagine fighting this war.
That's a Jew. Okay, so, well, maybe he's not a Jew, but he played Zuckerberg, so I consider him a Jew. Honorary. And he's in Nazi Germany, okay. Is he a hero? What is he doing?
Or as a civilian.
I hear the voice of, I want to say Ed Kemper. No, what the fuck is his name? Ed, from History of Violence, from The Abyss.
Imagine not knowing how to shoot a gun. Challenging the Nazis to save lives. I have just heard an incredible story.
By the way, I just heard about a case where a young white kid was set on fire by a couple of bleeps. Ed Harris, no?
That makes your sacrifices completely worth.
I mean, are you impressed yet?
123 children. Their parents were just killed by Nazis.
What accent is that? Polish?
We need to train them to survive. What good does it do to teach them fear?
So, the arts blossom even in wartime Germany. This is sort of Life is Beautiful. It's actually like a Mel Brooks movie called To Be or Not to Be, I believe, where it was a theater company in Poland, I want to say.
I think it's important to help the children laugh.
I want to see Jojo Rabbit. Why is that girl from Game of Thrones right there? She's a killer. Fuck the Nazis. You got to be worried about, what's her name from that, what's it called, Family Clan?
In the middle of this war.
From writer and director Jonathan, that's a Polish name.
There's a group in Lyon arming themselves to fight back.
We need to find guns. We need to learn how to shoot.
Do you really think I could help anyone with a gun?
That's his accent. Do you really think I could help anyone with a gun? That's not Polish. Come on.
There's a group in Lyon arming themselves to fight back.
We need to find guns. We need to learn how to shoot.
Do you really think I could help anyone with a gun? Of course not.
Your passports are impressive.
Look at this. Marcel Marceau.
It's a great name.
Marcel Marceau was a Holocaust survivor?
Welcome to the Resistance.
Oh god, they go to France.
Why are we fighting a war we can't win? We can kill all the Nazis.
We can kill some.
Or we can save some lives. We want to take them out to France. To see if we can get across the border. Tell me where they are.
I don't know where they are.
You do know!
In every generation, they rise up against us. Sometimes a powerful man, sometimes an army tries to destroy the Jewish people. But here we are, together. You are not alone.
So this is a rah-rah for the Jewish people? I mean, 2020 and we're still making that movie. I mean, I guess it's a personal quest for that writer, director, because it's his story. I guess he feels attached to it, but I feel like it's been done. I mean, it's not like it's. I don't know.
What's the best way to resist? It's not to kill them. It's to survive.
The best way to resist is to survive. I think it thinks it's more profound than it is. Mm-hmm.
Hello? Hey! What is happening? What is all of this?
How's this Fantasy Island?
Did you see that article? Every year, these liberal elites kidnap a bunch of normal folks like us and hunt us for sport.
What?
The last I heard, free speech still exists.
Don't First Amendment me.
It wasn't real.
Everybody get out of here!
We were joking.
There's been a killing spree. You gotta come here right now.
You actually believe...
So wait, they're selling this movie on the fact that it's controversial, based on the premise, and it's a bunch of far-left liberals who are hunting down normal people, which would be conservatives, and they're trying to play on the not racial, maybe the racial, but the political divide in our country. And how big are those girls' tits? Statuesque, sticking out, pointing to the sky, at attention, huge. E cup, I'm going D, but I mean, perky D. Tenacious D. It's a great kitchen too, and I'm loving the wood table there. And is that a fireplace somewhere? Maybe not. It's a huge, high ceilings. It's a lovely fucking place. Is this a real estate show? Or the other girl's got big tits too. Look at, I mean, don't discount those C's. This is a fucking tit missile crisis right now.
Believed we were hunting...
Oh, what's her name? That's the Karate Kid. The female Karate Kid, who was in $1 Million Baby, and her name is Hilary Swank.
Human beings for sport. But you are.
We have an opportunity here to teach these people. These are not real people. They're actors.
I'm playing an Arab refugee, but I identify as white. I think that's problematic too, in some way.
You wanted it to be real, so you decided it was.
This movie seems like it's trying to do a couple things, and I'm not sure if it is going to hit the mark in terms of tone or be successful in any way.
What kind of sick people would even think of something like that?
White people. We're the worst.
So it is playing off. I mean, this is like the film version of Donald Trump Jr. naming his book Triggered. They're like, ooh, let's talk about white people and let's talk about far lefties versus the right and then killing and guns and okay, let's watch it. It seems desperate. I can't believe Universal is doing that. Wow. All right, well, it is getting swelteringly hot right now, and I appreciate all of you. Hello. Just a quick hello, and then I must go to sleep. Did you enjoy? Oof, white people. Yo. So that was fun. Some good stuff. Just a little impromptu. And how long have I been going? 108 minutes? It's a good time. This was ironically canceled over Trump supporter outrage. Was it? There's going to be violence in the theater? That'd be amazing. The girl's in your Discord. The girl is your Discord. Love you, brother. Not in a hetero, in a non-hetero way. Thank you. Appreciate it. You were lovely. Thank you. I had fun. It was weird, but fun talking. You kick butt like usual. Greetings from a Patreon. Hey, oh, Johnny B in the house. Thank you. Satanism. All right. Well, guys, good vibes to you. It's a beautiful day tomorrow. I'm going to go to the beach. I'm going to run on the beach. Run on the beaches of Copacabana tomorrow. I'm going to get a massage. I'm going to make a video on Keek, otherwise known as Keek. Good night. Good night to you guys, and chit chat later.